So if you can imagine, if you think of this line over here, dividing the circle in half, right? The section where we're standing on, it'll sink up on the foot of the ground, and then it'll turn and line itself up underneath this section right over here, right? So now we have a big hole in our stage. And then Pride Rock will elevate up and start twirling its way up to the very top, but at the same time, opening up into stairs as well. And when it finally comes up, both these pieces over here now will turn to the left, and they'll flush to the bottom of Pride Rock. At the same time, the backstage was kind of raking up all at the same time. We have an automation guy downstairs who's operating everything coming from the bottom up as well too. Yeah. And then this little circle over here, remember when the water dries up?
Yes. I saw that.
It goes right.
Yes.
There's a machine down there. The machine sucks the cloth all the way down, and once it's down, the guy downstairs then plugs the hole back up in. Yeah. So, and then come over here. And then this elevator divided into 3 different sections, right? So the brass has come up on all 3 elevators. When Mufasa dies, he goes down to elevator right over here, right?
Oh,
and then yeah, it goes right over here. And then on this elevator over here, we have a trap door, right? So the 3 thing is we start chewing our zebra leg. Remember that when we're chewing on it, we drag it, close the trap door, it opens up, we shove it down there, we kick it shut, and that's how it disappears from the show as well. Yeah, okay. Right? And then these holes, remember when the guys are in the air? Absolutely. They came from these holes right over here. Now, because it has to match the music, the guys are attached to the keyboards in the orchestra pit. So he's the guy that operates the guys just to go as well too. Right? The engineering is just so amazing in this show. Yeah, absolutely, right? And then come a little bit closer. So, between these 2 platforms, right, you see a chain wedged in there, right? That's how the grass and the fish are all going to go from side to side, right? They get locked into the chain, and when the chain moves, it'll drag the grass and the fish across stage as well. Yeah. And then, this is the orchestra pit, right? And then we have about 25 musicians that are down there playing from the pit as well too. And then sitting in that black room back there's the sound guy. He's got all 5 microphones and all the orchestra on his consoles. He's able to mix a show while the show is also happening at the same time as well too. And then the conductor's elevator in the middle, right? Now there's a box facing the conductor. It's a camera. And the camera projects the musicians right onto the little tiny monitors that are sitting on their music stands. That way they can all see the conductor and they can all play together as well too. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was wondering about that.
I guess because of the light, you're not able to see the monitors that are up there.
No,
for the conductor.
Exactly. So when we're on stage, right, we just look. We can see the conductor because she's sticking up, right? But when we're doing off-stage singing, we have monitors off-stage as well in the lobbies, and we can all see the conductor. We can all sing, together as well too. Yeah. But when you're on stage, you're just looking right at the conductor.
Just looking right at her.
Exactly. I mean, you don't really have to look at it, but after a while, you kind of know.
You kind of know.
You know. But in case something gets a little bit skewed, just like you look at her and you're back on track again. So, yeah.
Is it something different when you have a different conductor?
It really is. Yeah, absolutely. They're all so different. They're all totally different. Depending on how they all kind of feel. That particular day, because sometimes it's really fast, sometimes it can be slow, sometimes it can be somewhere in between, or just, it just goes, all over the place. And you have to be able to adapt to the conductor, okay, this is how you're feeling it tonight, all right, I'm going to go with you tonight, as well. So that's how it happens. So, yeah, we're always kind of dancing with each other, constantly as well. So,
Feed off of each other.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's go to stage left over here.
Okay.